All right, go ahead.
So this project here today is a coffee shop we're building for a client. It is a franchise establishment. So here we have, you see right here is the bar area. So essentially, the client wanted a bar that was functional for their team, had enough room to accommodate your team, and still be able to deliver the function for what a bar should be, right? So you follow right here, we have we're about probably about 30 feet long of this worth of cabinets here. We have the register that goes in here. You have a display unit that goes in here. So two things to note when you're building or getting into tenant improvement projects is if you're a restaurant owner or a restaurant tenant looking to build a restaurant, you want to make sure that the landlord has two things involved, which is down here. So this is what we call a grease trap, okay? So what we did was we tied the grease trap essentially to the existing grease tank. So the grease trap is basically a big, about 1,500 gallons tank. And what that does is it helps separate your grease from your sewer. So every restaurant build that we do has to have a grease trap. And one thing you want to make sure before you get to sign a lease with a landlord is to ask this question, is if there's a grease trap available. If there's not a grease trap available, it is going to cost you a lot of money upfront just to start before you even consider building. So very important question to ask your landlord is if there's a grease trap available, okay? The next thing is if there are sewer lines already existing and where we can tap into. So this second pipe here you see is your sewer line. So you have a grease trap and you have a sewer line. Your sewer line, like I was saying, is where all of your water drains, all of your waste goes to. But because the requirement from the city is to have a grease trap, these two being here, the grease trap will separate any oil, fat from the sewer separately before going to the main sewer to the city. So two key things to note before considering to build a restaurant. You do want to make sure that is ironed. So I think typically you have a triple net lease, which is the most common lease most landlords provide. With a triple net lease, it means that you're responsible for everything in the space, including taxes, including maintenance, including everything that has to do with